Natural stone slabs. They're the backbone of the industry. Beautiful, durable, dangerous, and unwieldy to handle if not done with care. So dangerous, in fact, that each year serious multiple injuries and even fatalities are reported in natural stone yards, shops, and even on the job sites. Moving slabs is so dangerous that federal OSHA has published a special bulletin calling out the potential risks in slab handling procedures. Though there are many hazards prevalent in the natural stone business, the movement of slabs weighing in excess of 1,000 pounds each raises a constant concern for stone industry employees. That's why the Marble Institute of America, MIA, and Daltile, a major U.S. supplier of slabs, have collaborated to bring you this special presentation on slab handling safety. If you move slabs in the shop, in the yard, or during deliveries to customers, pay close attention. This program could ultimately prevent serious injuries or even worse. Before we get into several specific slab handling situations, here are some very important general guidelines to remember when handling slabs. 1. Stay focused on the task at hand. When moving a slab or bundles, the only thing that matters is getting the load moved safely without incident. 2. Always keep your seatbelt fastened when operating a forklift to move slabs. 3. Always inspect lifting cables or straps prior to use. Look for wear or fraying from use. If lifting cables or straps show visible wear or fraying, don't use them. Get new ones. Remember, when in doubt, toss them out. 4. When not carrying a slab or a bundle, drive through the warehouse or yard with the boom set low to the ground, but don't ever allow the clamp to drag on the floor or the ground. Always park a forklift on a flat surface, out of the way of normal traffic, with the boom making contact with the floor or ground. 5. When moving slabs up or down a ramp or any other type of incline, the driver must operate the forklift backwards to prevent gravity from taking over. Drive a load up, back a load down. Maintain control of the load you're carrying at all times. 6. Moving slabs is dangerous business. Keep your attention on the load at all times. Don't get distracted, and don't ever distract a slab handling team. Watch the load, watch your speed, watch for bumps, holes, or other obstacles in the way. Never stop suddenly. Plan your route before you travel it and communicate with your spotters. Neglecting any one of these can be costly in terms of damaging material and deadly in terms of operator safety. 7. When loading or unloading any truck, be sure to use wheel chocks to keep the truck from rolling. 8. An A-frame with an angled bottom is recommended for opening full bundles. Leaning bundles against a 90-degree angle is unsafe. An angled bottom will not damage the integrity of the bundle when taking out slabs and using the same bundle to restore the slab. 9. In bundle movement, whenever possible, the bundle should only be raised 8 or 10 inches from the floor, maximum. 10. Inspect all forklifts at the start of every shift to make sure each one is in safe operating condition. Report any malfunctions to your supervisor. Keep a daily inspection log for each forklift used and record your daily inspection results in the log. Make sure each forklift's safety equipment is functioning properly, including seat belts, backup horns, flashing lights, and safety headlights, and that every forklift is equipped with an ABC-type fire extinguisher. Ensure that each fire extinguisher is mounted on the forklift so that the driver can reach it easily when it's needed in an emergency. 11. Always wear proper personal protective equipment, PPEs, including hard hats and hard-toed shoes. It's important to know that natural stone slabs can be displayed in the yard, warehouse, or showrooms in many different ways, including A-frames and pole racks. Procedures will vary by company and location. This full bundle is displayed in an upright position. Note, no forklift dial is required for an overhead crane. These slabs have added support legs attached to them. Here are slab bundles displayed in an upright position for forklift operations. Now let's look at moving a bundle of slabs using a forklift. First, the spotter directs the driver to aim the hook to the center of the bundle. Once the hook is centered, the driver parks the forklift with the emergency brake engaged. The spotter verifies that the hook is functional, including the safety latch. When placing the cables or straps, they need to be on the outside of the uprights where they touch the bottom of the bundle. They should loop around the outside of the uprights as they go back up to connect to the boom hook. Before lifting, make sure that the cables or straps are even, centered, and balanced all around, as well as in the right position outside of the uprights. The spotter then directs the driver to lift the bundle no more than 8 to 10 inches off the ground. The spotter should stay in contact with the bundle to help guide it, but at an arm's length away. To open a bundle and transfer it to an A-frame, the cable placement should be directly inside of the wood uprights. Once the cables are tight, the wood uprights can be removed. After the uprights are removed, the spotter directs the driver to place the bundle centered onto the metal frame. Placing the cables on the inside of the uprights prevents the cables from being pinched between the bundle and the A-frame where the slabs are being placed. Always open the bundle slightly. Remove slabs with a clamp using a forklift or crane. To rebundle the remaining slabs, bring the uprights back to a parallel position. A clamp is sometimes used. Spacer blocks are attached to the upright to replace the space once occupied by the slab or slabs removed. The bundle is then closed and set back into the upright position. When moving single slabs, a block of wood is used as a wedge to separate the slabs so that the clamp can be attached. The spotter directs the driver to place the clamp at the center of the slab. Once the spotter is clear and at an arm's distance, the slab can be raised. Now let's look at moving a single slab to an A-frame. The spotter guides the driver and the slab into position. Once the bottom of the slab is centered and flush with the back and bottom of the A-frame, the slab can be lowered and set to a resting position. When the weight is off the clamp can be released. Moving a single slab with a crane is no different than moving it with a forklift. Remember, a key point for the warehouseman is to keep the slab at an arm's length away. There are 3 different ways in which to load a flatbed truck: a truck with an A-frame, a truck with poles, and a truck with no pole or A-frame support. Regardless of the method, never load more slabs on a truck than the truck can handle. When loading a flatbed with an A-frame, there should be a spotter on the ground and on the truck. The A-frame should be securely fastened to the bed of the truck. Slabs should be loaded face to face and back to back. When strapping slabs down on an A-frame truck, carpet can be used to protect the slabs from rubbing against the nylon straps. Belly straps are placed around the slabs first to make them secure to the A-frame. Then the slabs in the A-frame are fastened to the truck using 4-inch straps that originate on the rail of the truck, go over the top of the slabs, and terminate at the other rail. Placement of the straps should be next to the uprights of the A-frame. Remember, slabs should always be loaded onto the A-frame in a decreasing height fashion to prevent breaking. The tallest slabs should always be on the inside. Now let's look at loading bundles on a flatbed with poles. First, prepare the poles with cross members to brace the bundles. Make sure that the truck driver is carrying an adequate number of chains and binders. There should be 4 chains for every row of bundles on the truck. The docking procedure dictates that the driver places an orange cone in front of the truck, indicating that he is in the loading process. As we mentioned before, the driver must also chock the wheels to prevent any rolling during loading. 2 spotters direct the bundle onto the truck, aligning the bundle on top of 2 2x4s that are placed at the edge of the bundle. This allows the bundle to be tipped back and to be snug against the upper cross members. Once the bundles are leaning into the upper crossmember braces, the straps are removed. When the opposing side is loaded with the bundle, the chains are then used to secure the bundles to the truck. From one side of the rail, up and over the top of the slabs, to the other side of the truck and into the rail. Chain binders are used to make the chains taut. For extra security, straps can also be used. The third method is a truck with no poles or A-frame. First, you set the first bundle off-center. Keeping tension on the cables or straps, attach a 2x4 brace, cutting the bottom of the 2x4 at a 45-degree angle. These braces are used to keep the bundle from falling to the outside of the truck. A chain is then applied to the bundle to keep it from falling to the center of the truck. Once the bundle is secure, the cable is removed. The second bundle is set parallel directly next to the first bundle. Then bracing is measured and placed between the bundles as a stabilizer, as well as on top of the bundles, tying the two bundles together on each side of the uprights. Once the bundles are stabilized, the temporary chain can be removed to further stabilize the two bundles together. When the 2x4 side braces are added to the other side, the cable can be removed. Chains are then crisscrossed around each upright, 2 chains per upright at both ends of the bundle. Chains are then attached to the bed of the truck with binders. A strap can be added for further protection. Caution: the driver should check the condition of the chains every 100 miles. To remove the bundles from the flatbed truck, simply reverse the process. When loading a customer's truck at your company location, the warehouseman should always guide slabs at an arm's length away. When unloading slabs from an A-frame at a customer location using a boom, outriggers on the truck are secured. Prior to crane operation, ensure adequate clearance from any overhead wires or other obstacles. Before unstrapping the bundles, the hook should be placed into position above the bundles. Cables are placed around the bundle, the ends are secured into the hook, and the bundle is lifted from the A-frame on the truck to an A-frame on the ground. Again, a spotter should be used to guide the slab at all times. Now let's look at how to unload a closed-top container. Use bolt cutters to cut the tamper-evident lock and secure the doors open with safety straps. First, remove all bracing blocks and nails from the container floor. This is done before removing any of the top bracing. The removal of bracing is done in a specific sequence to keep warehousemen clear of bundles that may shift or that are unstable. First, starting from the right of the rear row of bundles in the container, remove the bracing from the first bundle. In the interest of ultimate safety, the warehouseman must remove one side at a time, one bundle at a time, and from the furthest brace to the closest brace. The result? Only one bundle will be freed, and the warehouseman will be totally clear of any shifting weight. Then, remove bracing at the rear of the container of the first bundle only. Again, make sure the warehouseman is clear from shifting material. Once the bundle is free, removal can be done with a forklift attachment called a cascade, which is shown here. It also can be accomplished with a less sophisticated method using chains. The forklift is used to lift the bundle slightly and drag it out of the rear of the container, leaving the end of the bundle still on the lip of the container. At this point, a second forklift and boom is used to cable or strap the bundle while the bundle is still secured from shifting by the first forklift. Once the cables are taut, the cascade can be removed. The process is continued for the second bundle. Remove the front brace, then the rear. The process for the third and fourth bundles differs. After cutting the bracing in the front of the third bundle and prior to cutting the rear bracing, the fourth bundle must be secured to the side of the container with a chain. This is very important. If it is not secured with a chain to the container wall when the last bracing is cut, this fourth bundle will be loose and unstable when the third bundle is removed. Once the fourth bundle is secured by the cascade, the chain can be safely removed. The removal of the bracing will be the same throughout the remainder of the container. The difference now is that the bundles need to be pulled toward the rear of the container using a chain, cable, or strap. This dragging process will be very unstable, and warehousemen should be clear at all times. If a cascade and a second forklift are not available, this shows how a cable is used to drag the bundle to the rear of the container. Ease it out to the edge. Always keep the cable in a cradle effect around the bundle. Next, the cable is brought to the top of the bundle and to the further of the two upright braces. A second cable is wrapped around the bundle and the bundle is lifted. These slab handling safety guidelines have been carefully developed and used in the handling of millions of slabs. Utilized in tandem with your own company's operating and safety procedures, they can help safeguard your well-being and protect other workers and customers who visit your facility. No one, not even the most experienced slab handling professional, is immune from making a costly mistake which can cause injury or even death. take the time to view this video often. No one can learn too much about slab handling safety. It should be an ongoing educational process, one that can make you aware at all times about the proper way to handle slabs and protect yourself, your fellow workers, and customers.